Greetings, Knights! It is day 2 of VBS, and boy, do we have some adventures for you today. We've got a brand new craft project, we've got a science project, we've got an amazing Bible story. Let's get the fun started now. Welcome back, Knights of North Castle. I hope that you are ready for an amazing quest today. I know I am, but we can't start without Sparky. Has anyone seen Sparky?
Here I am. Achoo!
Look! The Knights are back, and look how great they froze in place this time.
Sorry I was late. I had cold feet.
What? What are you talking about?
You know, cold feet. Nervous? It's a joke. Nah.
Oh, Sparky, have you been reading that joke book again?
Oh, yeah. I figured I'd better brush up on some jokes about the cold. After all, everything is cool here at North Castle, thanks to me and my sneezing.
Everything certainly is cool up here, including those royal musicians. Let's check them out now.
Stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord. Yeah, you stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord. Yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 If only you knew. You think you're fighting me, but you're really fighting too. The battle's not mine, it belongs to the Lord. Greater is the one who's in me than any in the world. So you stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 Go ahead and laugh. I got a couple pebbles hidden in this bag. When I raise my arm, when I start to swing, I'ma knock you out with just a rock and a sling, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 Stand before me with your shield and hey, oh, hey, Goliath. Stand before you with the name of hey, oh, hey, Goliath. Stand before me with your shield and hey, oh, hey, Goliath. Hey, hey, Goliath.
Great job, musicians and knights. Now feel free to chill out. Armorer, could you check my wing? You know the royal dog, don't you?
Frost? The king's dog? Did he bite your wing again?
He sure did. Now I have frostbite. Get it? Ah!
Unfortunately, I do. Sparky, I found another great riddle. Remember, these are written in ancient dragon language.
And I am the only one here who can interpret. Let me see what you have. This one says, if the breastplate of justice is what you seek, look for 5 pebbles in a creek.
The breastplate of justice must be another piece of the great armor. And I forgot what comes next. The breastplate of justice must be another piece of the great armor. So, to find it, we have to look for 5 pebbles?
Well, around here it would be 5 pebbles in a frozen moat.
I think the riddle might be telling us where to look in the king's book. Okay, 5 pebbles. Let's see. Okay, I found something. This one is about people gathering 12 rocks after they crossed a river. Ugh, that's not quite right, is it?
There was a boy who had 5 loaves of bread. I've eaten some bread that was just about as hard as a rock.
I've got it! Here's a story in 1 Samuel about a boy with 5 pebbles. I wonder what it's about. Let's go to the royal players and see if they can help us look in the king's book and find out.
The Israelite and Philistine armies were preparing for a fight, so they set up camp on opposite sides of each other. The Philistines were on one side, and the Israelites were on the other. One of the Philistines was a giant. His name was Goliath, and he was more than 9 feet tall. Every day, Goliath told the Israelites that he was the champion and no one could beat him. The Israelites were scared. One day, David was taking food to his brothers who were in the Israelite army. When David arrived at the camp, he heard Goliath bullying the Israelites. David stood before Saul and said he would go and fight Goliath. But Saul didn't want David to fight because Saul thought David was just a boy. But David knew that with the Lord on his side, he could defeat Goliath. So Saul gave David his armor. But it was too big.
I can't move.
David took off the armor. Then he grabbed 5 stones and went out to face Goliath. When Goliath saw David, he made fun of him, saying,
"Am I some sort of dog that you come at me with sticks?"
David slung one of the rocks and hit Goliath on the head, and Goliath was defeated. When the Philistines saw that Goliath was dead, they ran, and the Israelites chased after them.
Hi Knights, I'm Ben. That was an amazing story. In our story today, we have the bully Goliath. We have the ones being bullied, the Israelites, and someone who stood up to the bully, David. But David wasn't alone at all. God was there showing us the best way to handle the situation. God didn't stand against Goliath as much as he stood with David. It's about what you stand for, and it's about who you stand with. The next time you see injustice in the world, like someone being bullied or unfair to others, remember that when we seek justice, God stands with us.
Wow, that was one epic battle, and it answered our riddle about 5 pebbles in a creek. Sparky? Sparky?
Is it over? Was the giant defeated?
Yes! Where did you go? Were you afraid of Goliath?
Of course.
Well, so were the Israelites. I bet David would have been a big fan of our banner verse. Remember, Knights, it's from Ephesians 6:10, and it says, "Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power." Sparky, why don't you say it with us? Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power.
That does give me a little more courage.
Speaking of courage, our Knights did an amazing job yesterday on their first quest. I think it might be time for another one.
Last time, our brave knights practiced their balance, which is very important for a knight. What do they need to practice this time?
This time we need to practice a little horse riding. Horse riding is a very important skill for knights to have because they travel by horse to go on their quests, and it's very important that they have proper technique so they don't fall off. Knights, are you ready to practice your horseback riding skills? Here's what I need you to do. Bend your knees. Make sure your back is very straight. Grab the reins and bounce up and down on your horse. Be sure you keep that back straight, Sparky.
Do they need to hold on to anything?
You're right, Sparky. Holding onto the reins is very important. You can hold on with one hand or 2 hands. Let's practice it together. Keep going. You're doing a great job, Knights.
They are looking more and more like knights. What's our castle call out for today?
The castle call out today is armor up with justice. Remember, when you do armor up, pretend like you're putting on your harness. Armor up. And then when you say justice, you'll do this motion. Now, let's put it together. Armor up with justice.
Achoo! Knight, when you unfreeze, off you go to find the breastplate of justice.
Hello friends, I'm so excited you're here with me on day 2 of our VBS Knights of North Castle. Lady Veronica here to bring you the craft of the day. We are actually going to make an awesome Sparky. Sparky is our mascot for VBS and we're gonna make him. Isn't he so cute? Okay, so this is a super simple and super fun craft. In your craft kit, you're gonna have a paper roll and you're gonna have this orange piece of paper And you're gonna have orange cardstock. Now this is a template for this Sparky, but if you wanna cut out your own, feel free. But I provided this for you in case you just wanna cut it out. If you're not quite ready to cut it out, grab a parent. They'll be glad to help you. And we're gonna start by cutting out Sparky's wings and head and his tail. And you can just go along the lines. It's super simple. And you'll just keep cutting it out. To save time, I actually pre-cut all of our pieces so we can get right to building. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your paper roll and you're gonna wrap it with the orange paper. Now here, you can take some glue or you can take a piece of tape. And you just wanna put a little bit of glue on that. And you're gonna fold that over. And there we have Sparky's orange body. Now, if you want to draw a design on him or make him look however you'd like, you can go ahead and do that now. I drew some of his stomach lines. You know, dragons always have those fun patterns on their stomachs and in their scales. And you can draw however you want to draw it. If you'd like, you can even put scales all the way down and decorate it however you would like to do. I'm just doing this one real quick. We'll put some on this side. Okay, so you're gonna kind of have his body all finished. And then the wings are just gonna be glued on the back. Now, on this Sparky, I drew the lines of his wings. You can do that, or you can color it in however you want. Just like that. And then we're gonna put a little line of glue right down the middle of his wings. And then we're gonna stick it on just like that. You may wanna hold it for just a second so it gets nice and stuck on there while it dries. And then we can take Sparky's head. And you can also decorate this however you like. And you've got some googly eyes in your kit, so you can put those eyes on there with a little bit of glue. Just like that. He can see you now. And then you can decorate Sparky. You want to give him a little dragon nose. And Sparky's so much fun, we have to give him a smile. However you would like to do that. And we've got Sparky's face. Now, we're just gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of Sparky, right on his head, and we're just gonna glue that onto his body. Isn't he cute? Oh my goodness, he's missing a tail. We've got to get that tail on there. Here's our tail. Again, just a little piece of glue. Now, if you want, you can tape these things on too. They both work. And then you're going to want to let that sit for just a minute so the glue settles. But there's our cute Sparky. Now, while this one dries, I'm going to show you that we can make Sparky fly. So, you also are going to get some yarn in your kit. And you can put it on the top of a door or a doorknob on a dresser, and you just want to loop it over so you have both ends. And you're going to run them right through Sparky. And then you're going to take one end in each hand and pull your hands apart. Look, Sparky flies! Woohoo! So I hope you have enjoyed making Sparky today. Our Bible story was about David and Goliath. And David was a regular boy who chose to stand up for injustice to a mean giant named Goliath. He wasn't a soldier. He just wanted to do what was right, and he was faithful to God. And with God's help, he was brave and courageous. And Sparky is brave and courageous too. So I hope you'll have a fabulous day, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow for our third craft. See you. Hello friends, it's day 2 of VBS, and I'm so glad that you joined us today. It is Miss Wendy, the resident scientist here at the Knights of North Castle. And my friend Sparky joined us today too. Can you say hi to Sparky? Hi Sparky, woohoo! All right, today's science experiment is gonna be amazing. We're making catapults. Oh yes, it's going down. Well, God helped David fight a big giant named Goliath, and he won. And guess what? We're gonna help protect the Knight of North Castle by making some really awesome catapults. Let me show you what materials you're going to need. All right, you're gonna need some cups and some popsicle sticks. You have large popsicle sticks, small popsicle sticks, rubber bands, and some scissors, even marshmallows. And no, they're for shooting, not eating, my goodness. And you can wad up some paper as well if you'd rather do that. And I'm gonna show you kind of what I made today. So, to make a catapult, all you're going to do is take some popsicle sticks, and I used 6 popsicle sticks, but you can use a little bit more. So you take your popsicle sticks and you put them together just like this. Then you wrap the edges with a rubber band, just like that. Each side. Gotta make a strong one. All right, just like that, okay? Then you're going to take a large popsicle stick, and at the very end, you're going to make some little tiny indentions with some scissors. And you could probably get your parents to help, right? Scissors, if you're old enough to use scissors, great. If you need help, no problem. Just ask your parents. All right, we make some indentions inside, and you're gonna do the same thing with the other one. Okay, so you have 2 popsicle sticks, just like this. Then what you're going to do is you're gonna take 1 popsicle stick, and you're going to slide it through the very, very bottom of the popsicle stick. The bottom popsicle stick, you're going to slide the large one through all the way to the end, just like that. Then you are going to take the other popsicle stick, you're going to place it on top, make sure it's even, just like that. And then you're going to take a rubber band, and in those indentions, you are going to rubber band. Does not have to be perfect. All right, just like that. So now we can slide this up at the top. So that way we have a catapult. And you can do whatever you want to do. There's plenty of things that you can use to make a catapult. All right, so I have some marshmallows and some paper, and we're gonna test out which one we think is going to hit down all. All right, so you're going to take your catapult, and you can attach a little bowl or a little lid at the bottom if you want to. You don't have to, but it will help hold your objects in there, or you don't have to. It actually works either way. So we're gonna place this down here, and you're gonna take your hand or your finger and you're gonna hold one side. Let's see if it works. Are you guys ready? We're going to try to knock down these cups. Oops. All right, keep going.
marshmallows up like that. It's a little heavier. Woo! And we have it. Folks, we did it. We did it, friends. All right, so you can wad all your marshmallows up and they seem to work great. A little bit heavier, so maybe it'll work a little bit better. You could use paper. You can use all different types of objects that you have in the house. Maybe you can test them out and see which one works the best. All right, so making these catapults may not actually save North Castle, but using marshmallows might save North Castle, right? Yeah. And they're sticky. They're totally sticky. That's okay. All right, friends, we will see you tomorrow for another science experiment with Miss Wendy, the resident scientist. I'm out.
David went into battle against Goliath with the king's armor, a sandwich and an apple, a sling and 5 small stones, his best friend. A sling and 5 small stones. To become a knight, one would first become a page, and then a whole book, squire, police officer, baker. A squire. Our banner verse states, "Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power, army, horses, iceberg." Power. Thanks for playing.
When temptation's big and my faith seems small, I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall.
excellent singing, Knights! But I haven't asked yet. How did you do on your quest today?
Did you find the breastplate of justice? Or did you find the breastplate of just ice? Get it? Just ice?
Yes, Sparky, I think we got it.
Just ice. It's funny because it sounds like justice and there's a lot of ice here.
Yes, thank you, Sparky. But we're talking about the breastplate of justice.
What is the breastplate anyway? What's justice? Are these things Roman soldiers had?
Great question. Yes, Sparky, these are all metaphors, something familiar to help us understand something. Paul, the writer of Ephesians, used a breastplate to help people understand the story. Remember, back then, there were a lot of Roman soldiers around, and they would have understood that part of the story. The breastplate was a very important piece of armor because it made sure to protect the heart and the lungs. When we talk about justice, we talk about somebody maybe getting a reward or a punishment for something that they've done.
So when David defeated Goliath, that was justice.
Yes, God rewarded David for trusting in God. God gets to decide what justice is because God is perfect. God is just, so God can bring justice.
Last time we found the belt of truth, and this time we found the breastplate of justice. Those sound like two different things.
Actually, justice and truth go together, just like the belt and the breastplate would go together in a soldier's armor. The soldier would need to put on the belt before he could put on the breastplate, just like we need to understand truth before we can know justice.
This is really exciting.
It sure is. Great job, Knights. This story about David reminds us that God can bring justice. David knew the Lord, the God of Israel, was with him, and it gave him courage to stand up to the giant. David knew that God would bring justice between Goliath and the Philistine army and the Israelites.
And God brought the Israelites victory, even though they had to face Goliath.
Exactly. Let's say our castle call out together. Armor up with justice.
Say it with us, Knights. Armor up with justice. Great!
And let's not forget our banner verse. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. Wonderful job today, Knights. Let's pray together. Thank you, Lord, that you are the one true God. Thank you that you bring justice and you give us the courage to trust you even when we are in a difficult situation. Amen.
Achoo!
Whew. Way to freeze in place, Knights. Before we go today, I've got just one important thing to tell you. In all of your VBS kits, you should have a special bag that's labeled missions. I don't want you to miss it because it's so important. During this week of VBS, as we learn about the armor of God, we want to make sure to encourage and to build up some very special people in our community. Sparky, can you guess who they are? Our teachers. I know! In your bag, you have the supplies to make a birthday card for one of the teachers. And you even have a postcard that you can write an encouraging note on the back of and sign your name so the teachers will know that we are praying for them. And if you wanted to donate some school supplies, there's a list for you to do that too. Don't forget to look in your bag today and find it, okay, Sparky? Don't forget. Have a great day, friends. You are a blessing.
Be strong in the Lord and the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. When it feels like hope is gone, be strong, be strong. I will keep on keeping on and be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord and the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. When I'm feeling hurt and pain, be strong, be strong. You restore my joy again. I'll be strong in you, Lord. Be strong in the Lord and the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Break it down now. Come on, everybody, time to get strong. Through the power of God, we'll carry on. Come on, everybody, time to get strong. Through the power of God, we'll carry on. If you can't whistle this song, be strong, be strong. Just hum or clap and stomp along and be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord and the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Be strong in the Lord and the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power.
We hope you had so much fun today. And remember, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of His power.
Hey guys, my name is Bree and I'm your choreographer for this year's Knights of North Castle music videos. Right now we're about to learn the dance for the theme song, so just go ahead and follow me and mirror me, alright? So that means if I raise my right hand, you raise your left hand. If I raise my left foot, you raise your right foot, alright? So let's go ahead and jump right into this. For our chorus, we're gonna say, we are, so that's your left, point with your thumb, left, right, Knights of North Castle, and then again, we are, ready for battle. So you're gonna take your left hand and take out your sword, and your right arm, you're gonna take out your shield and pose, all right? Ready for battle. Wherever we go, swipe with your left hand, your sword hand is gonna go across. We know that we won't ever be shaken. We wear armor that saves us, because we are the Knights of North Castle. Right now we're about to learn the dance for Hey Hey Goliath, and just a reminder, always mirror me. So for this example, I'm gonna be going to my right, and John's going to be going to his left, all right? So we're gonna go, hey, hey, Goliath, and we're gonna step forward with this inside foot, and go up, boom, bring it back down, oh, 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 all right? See how our elbows are pointed to each other? We're gonna have pairs. So you don't know yet if you're gonna be on this side or this side. Either way, learn it both ways, and you'll be good to go, all right? So we're gonna go, hey, hey, Goliath, bum, whoa, oh, oh, hey, hey, Goliath, down, oh, oh, hey, hey, Goliath, down, oh, oh, hey, hey, Goliath, down, oh, oh, hey, hey, and then hey, hey, Goliath, all right? Right now we're about to teach giants in the land, and just remember, always mirror what we are doing. I raise my right hand, you raise your left. My left foot is your right foot. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. They may look big. You're gonna go to your left. Make sure this arm is back behind your back. Your left arm is right above your eyebrows, okay? They may look big, they may look tall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall, all right? So we're gonna do that a couple of times, and then we're gonna jump into the chorus, all right? So for our chorus, we're gonna start with the word giant. This is our move. It's actually ASL for monster. So you're just gonna pop up on your toes and you're gonna bring your hands out and go like this, okay? So that's giant or monster, okay? So giants in the land, you're gonna step forward with your left and bring your arms all the way across. And then Jesus is greater than the giants in the land. Step back with your right. So I won't be afraid. Okay, write down on the afraid of all the giants in the land. Step forward again. Clothed in the armor of Christ, I'll stand against the giants in the land. And we're gonna go oh, 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 okay? So we're gonna start left, right, giants in the land, left, right, okay? Right now we're about to learn the dance for Be Strong in the Lord. Just a friendly reminder to always mirror me. We'll go ahead and start with the really simple part first, all right? So we have be strong, all right? So your right arm is higher than your left arm. So we go be strong in the Lord, in the strength, boom, left, of his power, right, and then back. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power, boom. Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of his power. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power.